Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February 2017 Tarotscope. And for this month I've introduced a new deck of cards, and it is the Rune cards by Ralph Bloom. And I've pulled that alongside the Sacred Path card as I did last month. So I'm going to show you those first. So for the Rune card, you've got number 25, the Unknowable. Now this is the blank rune. This is the rune that has to do with, the great divine mystery. We can try to understand the universe, and, maybe we can to a certain extent, but there is something that is beyond the universe, that is beyond our understanding. And whether we know that to be God, by whatever name we choose to give God, this card and this rune really call to our attention a test of faith and a test of trusting in the universe. It's a lesson of surrender and being open to change on a profound spiritual level, So that's your rune card. And then for your Sacred Path card, you've got number 29, Storyteller, which is all about expansion, which is about going beyond what you're comfortable with, going beyond what you know. The lesson with this is to be willing to expand, to be willing to change, and be willing to understand that you aren't in any position of authority on a true fundamental spiritual level. So don't let pride get in the way, and, I'll explain how all of this connects to the rest of your reading. So, initially, my first impression was that, there's a certain amount of, wanting to be in control of things, wanting to be in, what's the word? Just wanting to be in control of things. I feel that there have been some rather disappointing things happening in the past. Not necessarily disappointing, but challenging. You've been challenged emotionally and mentally, and now it seems like something profound has happened, some sort of change, or perhaps there's an opportunity for profound change, and it's almost like you don't want change. You don't want anything to change. There's maybe an idea of a relationship that you've had it's starting to crumble. It's starting to show different faces that you weren't expecting, that you weren't open to, and it's making you anxious about your commitment to this relationship, whether it's romantic or relationship at work. I see you staying up late at night trying to, overthinking, not necessarily trying to, but overthinking about these challenges and about this person that isn't necessarily who you thought they were. Maybe somebody has come back from the past, somebody that you knew in the past, or maybe, past life connection, a soulmate, or however you want to process that sort of thing. But somebody is returning from the past, and it's bringing up a lot in you, maybe challenging you to be your best self. And when somebody comes into our life and fundamentally challenges who we are as a person, and tries to, not necessarily they're trying to, but their presence and what they make us feel seems to uproot the idea of who we thought we were. And maybe fundamentally, this is what's going on right now, is the universe is trying to get you to let go of an outdated persona, an outdated self that isn't serving your growth, and be open to changing yourself and developing yourself and improving yourself and changing your outward circumstances to better fit the changes that are going on inside. And also being open to the fact that, going back to this relationship, being open to the fact that, you can't control another person. You can't, they're never going to fulfill you, and you can't force them to. You can't try to put them in a box and say, you have to behave this way, because if you don't, then I'm going to be unhappy. But if you behave this way, then, you're making me so happy. You're like sugarcoating my life and making it so I don't have to think about all the things that I don't want to think about. But what's going on now is that you need to let go of that need for control, relinquish it, surrender it. Surrender it to the Most High, by whatever name and whatever form you resonate with, your highest spiritual belief. Surrender yourself to it, essentially. Because if you keep trying to figure it out on your own, you keep trying to be in control of everything, and it's it's not going to work out if you keep going down that path. Going down that path of people aren't perfect. People aren't perfect. They, you can't have total control over every little detail in your life, and so, what I feel is that you need to, again, relinquish your control, relinquish your need for having to keep walking down the same path, and being open to the fact that you have things to learn. There is, new opportunity in your world for you to create your life. But in order to go down that optimistic path, to go down that good path, you need to get rid of this false self. Okay? This idea of a person that you never were to begin with. This shell, this mask that you've been wearing, get rid of it. And, maybe this other person is telling you to get rid of it too. And so many words, but if this is in regards to a relationship and it's just, not working out, it's because you haven't relinquished the self. It's because you're letting ego get in the way and not surrendering to the Most High. Because if you look at this card, you have the angel up here, and this won't work without this. Because if it's just these two folks, it's it's a meeting of individuals. But when this is the focus in a relationship, if you think of it like a triangle, the closer they get to this, the closer they get to each other. Okay, but in order to make their way up there, they have to get rid of their identities, their false identities, their attachments to habits that no longer serve them, to belief systems, or to thought patterns. Surrender and be open to change. Be open to changing yourself, and be open to looking in those dark crevices within your soul and picking out, going down there and picking up some trash, so to speak. So, if you do that, you'll have profound opportunity for transformation, for change, and for letting go of old baggage, and you will feel so much better for it. You will feel so much better if you just let it go. Okay? Let it go. I think that's it for February, but I'm going to end the reading with allowing you guys to see these two cards and, contemplate them a little bit and see what you come up with personally. But I also want to mention that if you're interested, I will be putting out some mid-month love and romance readings sometime around Valentine's Day, God permitting. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, just stay tuned. Those will be out pretty soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and what do these cards mean to you? All right, Scorpio, take care, you guys. I'll see you soon.